another video. So you just saw the start of the day when we were on our way at like 6:30 this morning to the hospital in Kent. And if you've been following along with my journey, you will know that it was basically to see the surgeon that operated on my knee back in, well, it was like the last few days of October last year. Now, I've been having some serious issues since. I won't go into loads of detail in this vlog because I feel like a lot of you will probably know what I'm talking about. Pretty much I had a partial removal of my Hoffa's pad, something I'd done potentially in the gym, potentially playing squash, one of the two. I'd waited a good few months, like maybe about 3 months, to get this appointment, and finally it was today, after all sorts of cancellations, miscommunication, you know, just the usual. But today I finally had another MRI scan and an appointment, so I just wanted to fill you in. I'd actually intended on picking up my camera sometime on the way back or within the last few hours. We've got a heat wave in the UK, and I just tried to film a little clip with the camera on the dashboard, and straight away it was like camera overheating. So we're now filming inside. It is nearly 40 degrees in the UK, as in this is potentially like the hottest it's ever been in my lifetime, and it's quite strange that we're actually inside even though the weather's really beautiful because it's far too hot to sit outside. We also tried opening the doors and the air is so hot outside that we've gone for like keep everything shut, keep the fans on. So sorry if you see me start to pour with sweat during this, but yeah, just to fill you in. So today's honestly been a little bit of a shock, and I don't know if I've like quite processed it yet. It's just been a bit strange. I think I'd come up with like possible outcomes in my head, and I knew I could have had some post-surgery complications. I'm pretty much suffering with like a severe amount of swelling, lots of pain in different areas, lots of shooting pains, quad pains, all sorts of weird things. Anything around my knee just feels off. Can't seem to sit for long, can't stand for long. After seeing one really amazing physio in London who had actually said that I had synovitis, which I believe to be just like a lot of swelling of the joint. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I think it's just quite a general term. I kind of thought that maybe my issue was just swelling, and potentially that maybe today he was going to consider doing some steroid injections to kind of speed it up or whatever. I actually went in for my MRI scan at 8:30 this morning. I then had my appointment at around 9:30, which luckily meant that my surgeon was actually able to see my MRI results. The only thing is my surgeon was very firm or insistent on telling me that he did need to confirm my results with a radiologist who wasn't in today, so I will be getting another call tomorrow just to confirm that everything he said to me today is actually right. So yeah, if it's not, then by the time this video goes out, I may have added in another little bit. Had some actually quite strange news, and I pretty much have a benign tumour growing between my legs. I will put the picture on the screen because he actually let me take a picture of my MRI scan, and yeah, he was just flicking through all the different layers of the MRI scan with the little roller thing on the mouse, and there was just like a round thing there. According to the measurements on the scan, the tumour is about 1.8 centimetres by 1 centimetre, so kind of like oval shaped. And yeah, it's just kind of lodged like close to where I had my Hoffa's pad partially removed, between my upper leg and my lower leg bones. What he thinks that I have got is basically called PVNS, and even though this doesn't quite make sense because I'm not sure where the N comes into it, it says it stands for pigmented villonodular synovitis. And yeah, it's pretty much a benign tumour. Just to say actually something that I did really love is when I was leaving the room, my surgeon actually turned to me and said, just in case you're wondering, it's not all in your head. And God, did I appreciate hearing that. Sounds so silly, but I think I've had so many times where I've been so confused by what this is that I have started to feel like maybe it is in my head, and maybe I can't remember what it feels like to have a normally functioning leg, and maybe I am just like imagining everything. And yeah, I think just to actually hear that there's an actual issue and I'm not going completely insane kind of did make me feel better. But there is definitely some not so good news. If I get this confirmed tomorrow, I will definitely need surgery. There's no other way of removing it, which is a bit of a bummer. I didn't actually have this channel when I had my initial surgery, but it's just not a good period of time in my life. I was under general anaesthetic and reacted really, really badly to the anaesthetic. which kind of lasted for a few days. I was just a bit all over the place, a lot of projectile vomiting, not to go into too much detail, and just in a very strange state, I think. So yeah, not thrilled by that idea. Also, I don't love that I've got 2 scars on my knee at the moment. I mean, they're really not that bad in the grand scheme of things. My original surgery was just an arthroscopy, which is like 2 prongs that went in. I'll actually show you the scars because I don't know whether I've like properly shown you them, but they are very subtle. I mean, they may be worse when they've properly healed, I'm not sure. But I have a feeling that given the size of this little tumour, I don't know, unless they're able to like dissolve it and then syringe it out. I've got no idea how it works. They do have a lot of like clever methods though. I just have a feeling that it's going to leave me with a bigger scar, and just the idea of going through another surgery is not appealing to me. But yeah, just to fill you in, that's kind of it. Right, so just to show you, that is one of my scars. Obviously it looks a bit different when my skin is stretched out, which I'll show you in a second. And then that's the other one, which is a lot darker. I feel like that one just hasn't healed as well. I'm wondering if that looks a bit more like it's like keloid scarring. I don't know, maybe one of you can tell me. I'm not sure if I know exactly what that means, but I just feel like it's like when it's a bit lumpy, isn't it? There you go, you can see that one a bit clearer now. But yeah, in the grand scheme of things, I feel like my scars are pretty decent. This temperature is actually not okay. I think the only other time I've been in this temperature before is in Morocco, and we spent like the whole time inside in a riad because it was just actually boiling, and then in the evenings you'd like go out into Marrakesh. But when you leave the house at the moment, it is literally like a blast of heat, and nobody has aircon, so it's just so much worse. I feel bad complaining about it being sunny and warm because I feel like usually we're like, oh my god, it's sunny and warm, but I've got no idea who can deal with this heat in the UK. So I actually bought a couple of things on the way back from the hospital. We stopped at a really random shopping centre actually to get a tow float, I think it's called, because tomorrow Elliot and I are gonna go for an outdoor swim, which is very exciting. I've had an outdoor dip before. I went for an outdoor dip with my friend Zana, but we didn't like properly swim. It's just very shallow water in a place called Frensham Ponds. And tomorrow, I can't remember what the place is called, but Ellie and I are going to go to a place that he's been to with one of his friends, but you have to have a tow float pretty much. So we went in to buy one, and I successfully found one at Decathlon. It basically works like that and just kind of keeps you afloat, so it just sort of, I don't know, bobs along. I've actually not ever seen one in action before, but it is a requirement, so I bought one of those. I actually saw a Body Shop as well, and it stocks up on a couple of things. I'm nearly out of their body yogurts, and I think I shared in my last video that they are my favourite way to moisturise if you want to get dressed quickly. So like in the summer, they're so good just because they absorb so quickly but actually hydrate your skin as well. So I bought 2 of the passion fruit ones because they are just the nicest thing to use as after sun. Like I said, they've got that like cooling texture. That's the kind of consistency. It's like not a thick cream, but it does really work as a very hydrating product. They smell so nice as well. And then I got one more of the Cool Daisy, which she said also has that cooling effect in, but I'm not sure if it actually does. You're actually just gonna have to excuse quite how sweaty I am because there's nothing I can do about it. So I saw this near the counter, and I use this cleansing butter anyway. It's the chamomile cleansing butter from the Body Shop. Oh, it is the best one that I've tried, I have to say. It's got such a lovely, really subtle scent. It is one of the only things that I use in my skincare routine that has scent in, but because it's a wash-off treatment, I don't mind. But I saw a mini one, and I thought that is perfect for going on holiday. Like you saw in my last video, I usually just dispense products into small bottles, but I didn't have anything like a little tin appropriate for dispensing this into. So even when that is finished, I can just refill it as well and just keep using this tin. It was actually cheaper buying it in this little pack. I can use this little pouch again. It also has in a mini body butter. I do have a couple of these on the go actually, so I need to use up those first, but you can always refill those. And maybe I can put it in my swim bag instead. A little mini hand cream, which is super cute, and also a mini shower gel. So that's also going to be great for my holidays. And again, all the packaging I can just refill, so these won't be binned after I've used them up. So yeah, a little Body Shop stock up. Very much in contrast to the moisturiser, I've bought a squeegee for each of our showers. These we've needed for a long time. The water down south, any of you who live, I think in every area basically down south will know this, it's just so lime scaly, so it just leaves like a residue on everything, and it's really difficult to get off, and we definitely need a squeegee to be able to kind of do this after the shower. Also, I'm just thinking it's just going to be so satisfying to use. I managed to buy a kind of, what material is this? Chrome? Steel? Chrome. I don't know, silvery one. Match the silvery details on the bath and taps in this bathroom, and then a black one for the other bathroom. Very, very adult, if I do say so myself. I actually just got these from Amazon. Where do I want to put this? I mean, it doesn't exactly look glamorous. Maybe I put it slightly higher up or something, but convenient, very convenient. I mean, it looks even worse from this side. We need to wash. We really, look how dirty the shower screen is. To be fair, we did have a ton of family using this bathroom last week. But yeah, I really need to give this a rinse. And hopefully the squeegee will help keep it all nice and clear. And then this gorgeous black one, which is worryingly kind of bendy. Like even the hook standy thing is really bendy. So I'm hoping this actually does a good job. But I just thought this would go really well in our other bathroom. Right, this one looks like it can just hook over. Look at that! Just literally after you finish in the shower, a little squeegee action. I think that's going to be great. Yeah, that was just from Amazon. Well, both of them. I will link them down below. The other thing that arrived today, just to add to the really non-exciting bathroom updates, is a new toilet brush. God, I really can't believe I'm going through toilet brushes again on this channel. But yeah, new toilet brush, because very sadly, our John Lewis toilet brush, the old one, broke at the top very quickly. But I did call customer service, and I'll give it to them. They had very good customer service, and they just said they're going to get another one sent out ASAP. So yeah, our very aesthetic toilet brush is now back in action.
Upside down, I just don't know what to do. I wanna spend the night at hers and bring her one of my t-shirts so it smells like her perfume. Now I really get what the love songs are talking about, and I just wanna tell her how I feel, scream it out loud. Have you ever been in love? Have you ever lost your head?
Hey guys, so it's Wednesday afternoon. This morning consisted of, first of all, I got my nails done. Look at these gorgeous, shiny things. Very simple. Apparently they are inspired by Hailey Bieber's glazed donut nails, which I hadn't heard of, but Abby, that does my nails, well, pretty much, I went to get them done. Elliot messaged me saying I need to be home at 11:15, and I realised I just basically hadn't left myself enough time at all. So instead of nail art today, because I had a really cute idea in mind, which I'm going to get next time, which are these really like lovely orange tonal flowery things. She actually suggested that I go for this. So yeah, we've got these kind of shimmery, pearly nails, which I'm actually so happy with. And then the reason that I needed to get home is because Elliot and I then went outdoor swimming in a place called Caversham Lake. He's been once before with a friend, and I said I'd go with him this time. I'm not sure how I found it. I really didn't think I'd be quite as scared as I was. I feel like I'm a relatively competent swimmer now. I've been swimming in the swimming pool for like a longish time. I mean, a good few months, and trying to go at least once a week when I can. But there's something different about swimming in a lake, and I've swum in lakes before, but this lake is like, the water is kind of black. You can just see through it with the goggles, but the only thing that I can see is like horrible dark green, like sea mossy weed stuff. You know that scene from Harry Potter where they're under the water and there are all these like creepy things? Genuinely, it was all I can think about. Like I usually swim in the sea. I'm not someone who's like really not okay with water, but there's just a whole other element of like, oh, I'm not sure about this. And then what I found was my breathing, because I actually felt really scared. My breathing, my heart rate, which obviously kind of correlates with your breathing a bit, I was literally like, and then trying to focus on going 1, 2, 3, breathe, 1, 2, 3, breathe, whilst following Elliot and there being a current. I'm not sold on it. I really thought I was gonna love it, and I'm really proud of myself for accomplishing something very out of my comfort zone. But yeah, I don't know. we'll see. But Elliot's persuaded me to go again next week. The other thing was I didn't have a wetsuit, and every other swimmer there, not that there were loads, but they all had wetsuits on. And I think I was just, I was constantly just thinking about like eels and like weird things nipping me. But yeah, if any of you have got any outdoor swimming tips, please let me know. So I really, really do want to like it, and I want to be able to go with Elliot, but I don't know. I was so tired by the end of it. Then we got a little bit of food there, which I completely forgot to film, and then came home. I'm actually making a reel for Instagram based around meal prep. I was actually considering trying to film it for this channel and then also for Instagram, and I was like, I literally don't have enough, well, first of all, brain cells to do that, but also hands to do that. I just can't coordinate using like 3 cameras at once, and it's just too complex. So I thought instead I'll just give you like a few little snippets of what I'm gonna film. It's just going to be a very casual meal prep. I'm not filming like 3 meals a day, but just a couple of things that I might prep on a Sunday night for the week, that sort of thing. Started off with overnight oats. Just a moment of appreciation as well for my filming setup, because this is like every foodie person's dream. This is the kitchen that I honestly always dreamt of having, to be able to film things in. Like to have white work surfaces, a really bright area because we've obviously got all the bifolding doors, and just space to actually do things is just, oh, I don't know. I still look at this house every day and I'm like, how have we managed to get our dream home? But yeah, sorry, side note, these are the oats. I'm not quite finished with them. They need to have a little bit of this maple syrup and then also probably a little bit of water. I actually got some foodie top-ups from Deliveroo, and I couldn't get my normal Greek yogurt, which is the one that's spelt like it should be phage, but apparently it's like Faya or something. Greek yogurt, so I've had to go with the Co-op own brand Greek style natural yogurt, which is just not the same. So it's definitely a bit more runny. Usually I add water, but this may not need water. But basically what's in here is 35 grams of oats, a teaspoon of chia seeds, a large teaspoon of peanut butter, 2 tablespoons of Greek yogurt, and then I'm gonna do about a teaspoon, maybe a teaspoon and a half to 2 teaspoons of maple syrup.
Have you felt like you were out of breath when you saw her in that dress? When your heart is beating.
I am making a protein shake.
Gorgeous. Well, these are protein oats.
Protein oats. This is water.
Thank you. Elliot loves these oats actually, so these will probably be for Elliot and I.
Yes.
Hello.
Please.
Yeah, probably for tomorrow. These are the peanut butter ones though, not Biscoff ones. Sometimes we put Biscoff in them. Are you upset about that?
Well, you know what?
They're your fave, aren't they?
I do like peanut butter, so.
Yeah, they are. These are so, so good. The other alternative, a little bit of Biscoff spread, amazing. Also, these Tupperwares. I think it's Tupperware, isn't it?
It's Tupperware, yeah. It's Tupper, T-U-P-P-E-R.
It's like people say
Tupperware.
Hoover, but that's just a brand of vacuum cleaner. Is that what, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Hang on.
You know Hoover, the word? Maybe
Yeah.
say like, oh, can you Hoover?
Yeah.
Hoover was actually like a famous brand of vacuum cleaner.
What, Henry?
No, well maybe, no, I don't think it's not that, no, it's not that, I don't think so anyway. But is that, yeah, anyway, what I was saying was Tupperware. I copied these from my dad because he bought a pack of these from Costco, and I got them from Amazon and copied him, and they are this Systema ones, and they're completely leak proof, and I've got them in lots of different sizes, and they're all stackable, so yeah, winning. What are you?
My protein shake.
With that, not the actual blend.
No, I don't blend it.
What is that? Do you know what? I was wondering why you changed the end of the blender to that one. Where is the smaller one?
I lost it.
No, I need it for my matcha.
Well, you don't use this now?
No, I'm not using that for my matcha. Anyway, you could just screw on the blade and just put it on, but you know. So this is where we're up to with the mini meal prep. So we've got some just really simple steamed broccoli and some chopped strawberries, obviously the overnight oats. And then this, this is cooking away, which is like an aubergine black bean thing. It doesn't look amazing at the moment, but I promise you it will. Right, so as the final thing in the meal prep and kind of the main sort of thing that I would like dip into during the week, I've gone for an aubergine black bean thing. Now, you might recognize the vibe of this recipe because I've actually made it twice recently. I feel like it's becoming like my signature kind of dish. pretty much it's the same kind of like sticky miso aubergine thing I've made a couple of times for barbecues or as side dishes, and I've actually added in a tin of black beans because I thought a little bit of extra protein makes it a bit more like you could actually just scoop out and have it for lunch. Like I would probably have it as a side with something else or add a little bit of something else to it. It just tastes so good. Like if you love aubergine, or even if you don't love aubergine, I feel like this could make you like aubergine. And I just gave it a try with the black beans, and it's just, I was thinking as well, I feel like my family, so like if we have like a barbecue or something, especially my South African family, but also to be fair, like maybe my mum, but she's very experimental, and my stepmom as well, they'll have like specific dishes that are almost always there, like kind of signature dishes, like dips or specific salads. My stepmom has this couscous she always used to make that was just really good. Maybe that can be mine? Thoughts? Right, here we go, a perfect mini meal prep. Definitely go to my Instagram to watch the full video because well, haven't actually edited it at this point. This is actually a little bit too hot. I definitely need to let it cool down before I keep the lid on. But I think it's gonna make a super cute little reel. So this is Elliot's dinner, a big old chicken salad, which he's been loving at the moment, with some nectarine in, some roasted peppers, some like herby chicken, lots of veggies and things like that. So he will be happy. And I think it's a sofa dinner tonight. Here we go.
Oh, baby.
Yum, yum, yum. And then this is my dinner. So I've just grabbed some of that aubergine and black beans, and then actually a bit of the broccoli and some salad. Strawberries with chocolate, an absolutely elite snack.